What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another review. Today we have another SH Figuarts Premium Bandai exclusive, and it's Frieza Second Form. And this is a figure that I've been waiting for quite some time now, as I actually never thought we were even going to get one of these in the line. I figured with the Final Form Frieza and First Form Frieza, that was more than enough for people. But glad to have all the forms of Frieza coming. We got second form finally, and then third form is on the way. So I'm all for it. Give us all the Namek characters we can get. I really love it. I would actually love to get different forms of Cell, and then all the forms of Boo as well. That'd be awesome. So here's hoping for that. But without any further ado, let's just take a quick look at the box, as it's the same box we get with most releases. It's not an event exclusive box, but this is still a premium Bandai release. And yeah, let's take this guy out and let's see if he's worth the hype. All right, so here we have him out of the box onto the rotating platform. And first impressions are really, really good, actually. I think that it's going to be one of my favorite figures of the year. I just handled it for a second and moved it around a bit, but just from that, I can already tell that this is going to be an awesome figure. So very excited to check it out. Let's go through some of the accessories, and then we'll go through the posing, and we'll also do some height comparisons. So let's hop into that. Alrighty, so for the accessories, he does bring these extra pairs of hands. He has the peace sign, 2 wide open blasted hands, and then 2 kind of like relaxed hands, as well as the 2 fisted hands that do come on the figure. And also want to show the different head sculpt that it brings, as it does bring 1 extra head, and I believe the biggest difference is in the brow. It gives it more expression in the brow. I think that's it. I don't know. Let me know if you guys see any differences, but the only thing I really notice is kind of looks different, like the eyebrows are raised. And then, of course, we do have a few extra faces as well, as they're easy enough to swap out. But I'm noticing that one of mine has a bit of an issue, or maybe it only works with the other head. Let me see here. Yeah, I guess. Oh, see, this one works. Let me check out this face sculpt real quick. Okay. So if you look at the holes, one of them is thin and one of them is thicker, but they're on opposite sides. So it looks like 2 of the faces will work with one of the heads, and then the other 2 work with the other one. So the more relaxed ones seem to fit this one, and then the ones where he's like screaming or gritting his teeth go with the one that has the eyebrow kind of raised a bit. And then also he brings Dragon Ball. It's the number 4 Dragon Ball. And then he has 2 extra pairs of feet as well. Or 1 extra pair of feet, where instead of being like flat, kind of curved a bit. And that's pretty much it for accessories. And actually, no, it's not. Also has this tail attachment, which you can add on by removing the tip here on the broken piece. You can take off this end here and then port in the rest of the tail. So that'll be the complete tail there, as it's pretty long. It has a bunch of spots where it can bend. Looking pretty good. I guess we can go over that in the articulation portion, which would be coming up next. All right, I want to go into the articulation portion, but first I want to comment on some of the paint and details, which aesthetically I think it looks just like Frieza Second Form. They did a really good job with the size of them, the bulk, the expressions. It's just very, very good. looks like Frieza. Now, shading, there is some shading, it seems like. I'm not sure if it's just a texture on here, but it seems like there's some shading throughout this portion here. And like gray shading throughout the white up here in the helmet. And overall, I really like the sculpt of it. Looks really, really well done. I think it could have used a wash in these areas here where it has all these lines. It would have made it pop even more, but even just like that, you can see the lines very well, and I think it's good enough. But for you people that like to customize or make your things look better, I think this should be an easy fix with the wash. So anyway, let's go over the articulation now. As he can look up, not too much. He can look down very well. Can look to the side about that much. I could make it do a 360, but I don't want to. And then he can look to the other side about that much. It's a bit restricted there. He has some tilt side to side. The neck moves very well. These can move out of the way, allowing the arms to articulate pretty well. You could raise the shoulder up. It goes up about that much there. We've got a swivel at the bicep. Nice bend at the elbow. And then we got a swivel and a hinge at the wrist. We've got a swivel and a crunch at the chest. Same goes for the waist here. Swivel and a crunch. Feels very nice as well. The legs can kick out this much. It's got a nice deep bend at the knee. And there's a swivel at the quad. Also got a swivel, and the foot is on a hinge. Works very nice. Good range there. I like that a lot. And as for the tail, it has 2 pivot points. Actually, no, it has 3 pivot points, which you can move around. You could spin it. Gives you a lot of variety, and you can pretty much put this wherever you want. Just play with it. So yeah, I think the articulation is great. The looks and aesthetics also great. So this figure, it's amazing in my opinion. I really think that they did a great job. The only thing that could make it better is just a bit more paint would really make it pop. But as for sculpt and likeness to the character, and then the way it feels in your hand, and also the posing, it just knocks it out the park. So great figure. I couldn't recommend it enough. Say you guys get out there and get it. Okay, for size comparisons, here we have him next to Final Form Frieza and then Namek Bulma. I just realized I have a lot of my Namek stuff at my girlfriend's house, and I'm not going to be able to compare it to him. And then here he is next to Cooler. Or, shit. There he is, next to Cooler. He's a little bit taller than Cooler. So yeah, just a little bit bigger than Cooler, which is, I think that should be correct because this fool was really tall. Alright, so this is going to bring us to the end of this review. I think that this is an absolutely fantastic figure. You guys should pick it up if you still can. I know you're going to have to probably get it on the aftermarket. You might be able to get it on some sites for a little bit of a markup. But I definitely think it's worth adding into your collection, especially if you're a fan of Frieza or of the Namek saga, or if you're just a completionist that wants to grab all of these figures, because this one in particular is done very nicely. Like I said, the articulation is great sculpt. It looks just like it jumped straight out the anime. So I love it. Also worth noting, the only thing that it's missing is some paint, because that would bring it to life that much more. But aside from that, this is a great release and gets my stamp of approval. I say you guys get out there and get it. You will not be disappointed unless you got to pay like a whole bunch of money, like a huge markup. But if you get this anywhere near retail, it's so worth it. But anyway, yeah, that's the end of this review, guys. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want. Take care and peace.